here, you would drop Catalyze and
We got
what did we
5.
say?
Let's
Font.
go.
You don't need font. You would just go. You drop these 2 and take these instead. So we have a full team. All right, nice. Where are we going?
Ruby pools.
Ruby pools. Let's go. What's the level?
10.
Okay, good. And by good, I mean probably still die to the dragons, but maybe less so.
Don't worry about that part.
Don't worry about that. Okay.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Sounds good.
Oh, I'm trolling. I didn't set it to Mythic.
Oh, okay.
What are these tips? Stop. Options, interface. How do I disable tips? I know how to play the game.
And yeah, Dragon and Catalyze is very strong, right? It's a good node. It's just that, of course, it loses value as you add targets, right? So it's like it's one of those nodes that it's like it's 6 or 7% single target DPS, like it's insane. But as you add targets, it's not doing much, right? It's purely single. So search tutorial and options.
Wait, you can search stuff?
Yeah, there's a search bar now.
Oh my god.
All right, you did set the thing to Mythic.
Interface, tutorials. Heck off.
Yeah. So the thing is now is that Everburning and Feed they do a similar thing, and they're both going to have roughly full uptime on the dot. Because one's extending, one you're just pushing often enough to generally have full uptime anyway. So it's kind of, it's neither here nor there. I asked Sailder, he thinks FTF is going to be preferable over Everburning. I don't think there's going to be a big difference between the two. You're going to be pushing FTF on cooldown anyway, so not a big deal. And then I can see the dungeon journal by clicking on any dungeon on the map. So if I go like here. Ah, okay. And then I can see loot. Oh, okay, let's go. Thank you. Thank you for the tip. This is going to come in handy. Since before I've been like struggling to find anything on this character.
How do you do a pull timer without DBM or bigwigs?
I don't know. I think
pull
just
10.
I tried pull 10. It didn't work.
What?
countdown 10.
Countdown?
The heck is countdown?
Oh my god. That's like 5 more letters than it's necessary. Whatever.
Agreed.
Oh, I'll be right back. It is storming here. Holy shit.
Oh my god, I can hear it.
Okay. So and just fair warning, in the dungeon, probably going to be crap at answering questions. If I missed your question, full permission to post it again. After a while, I don't mind.
Right, I will answer all Evoker questions.
So let's see. First post from Summage says, I would have thought you would want Hoarded Power more with Feed and even more with the 4-piece. It does give you more Essence Burst. You might have enough Essence Burst. You might not need it, is the thing. You get a lot of Essence Burst just playing. So it's good, it just might not be necessary. I'm still on a loading screen. Are you on a loading screen, you?
No, we're fighting.
Oh,
we're in the dungeon, buddy.
Crap. Okay. Oh, I've got a full stun and I'm dead. I'm actually
what
cursed,
does
dude.
Thundering even do?
Okay, so I can talk you through it, but basically 4 buffs are gonna go out, 2 of each color. It's like the Anduin thing. You swap. You basically you line them up to remove them, but they give you a damage buff while they're up. So what's up? Yeah, opposites match to clear them. You can run them into each other apparently. Like you don't die if 2 of the same go together. But okay, hold on, what's happening here? So yeah, I just ran into that guy to...
What is it? What happens if we don't?
You get stunned for 8 seconds and take a ton of damage. It's really bad.
Oh god.
Yeah.
That sounds awful.
That was pretty funny. The dog came flying in here like the house is on fire. And it's just because it was windy.
It's heckin' windy.
I will not allow you to disturb Meladrusa's work.
My allies sacrificed themselves so that I could return these eggs to their natural state. I will not fail.
Well, where'd he go?
Not interfere.
Marked by lightning.
I consume you.
Oh, we okay. So,
I did it. I did the thing.
And shatter.
I removed it. Okay, that hurt. I don't actually know what these bosses do.
I'm in tryhard mode and want to die to the. Okay, we're gonna get whelps.
Oh, okay. Well, left
Any whelp.
side. Left side. Handle it. Oh, I took damage.
That's so bullshit. I didn't set up in a good enough spot to intercept them, and they were out of range.
I like having a 25-yard range.
It's so upsetting.
I've had Tiger 3 this entire fight. This is wonderful. Get him!
The backlash on Shadow or Death is so brutal now.
Yeah, I saw Terry. I saw a screenshot from a friend of mine that was doing raid testing, and go figure, he died to Shadow or Death even with Tithe Evasion. So
Yeah, I mean, it's brutal.
that's Dargnog. Fucking nailed it. Yeah, no, you still die to Shadow or Death. It's kind of brutal.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's see. So Hoarded fell off a little bit. Yeah, kind of sad. Also Iridescence, kind of rough. Somehow 6 or 7 crit. Yeah, no, absolutely. You can just run them with Hoarded power. You can just chain disintegrates like crazy. It's hilarious. Imagine not moving to whelps. No, I fucked up. I know. I blew it. I thought they were gonna come into the middle. Everyone else got super excited and intercepted them at the wall. I got screwed. Got it. Azure on 2+. So Azure with this build, we're running engulfing flame, or engulfing blaze, which gives the increased cast time on living flame in exchange for more damage, right? And that gets really rough. It gets really rough when you want to hardcast living flame like this. Like, this is not ideal, right? So Azure Strike is actually your main filler now in Dragon Rage, as well as on 2 targets plus, basically. Unless you have a burnout proc. And if you have a burnout proc, you can basically always spend your burnout proc. That's totally fine. Burnout is very good. You can basically just send that kind of whenever.
Oh, wow, I gotta get pretty close to them.
Yeah.
It's like stack on top of them, really. Jeez.
Yeah, and you do have time. Like, it is like a 15-second... Oh, jeez.
Oh no, 2 people died.
Secure the first pool. Now see to the others.
That's tragic.
I require a target.
Oh, my class feels so smooth.
I'm actually super glad to hear that, dude. Like, that's awesome.
I love being a cat.
Do not have a target.
Like, I might
Alright.
actually unironically do Mythic Plus because I enjoy it next expansion. Isn't that crazy? Wait,
That
is our
is
tank
awesome.
fighting these? Where's
Yeah,
our
our
tank?
tank is in there, dude.
Am I blind? Oh my
tank's
god,
in
I'm
there.
blind.
Wait, should I play my Druid as Feral and Keys? Is that gonna be a thing?
Absolutely, dude. We're disgustingly smooth right now.
That's good.
How much
I
time
guess
do I
it's
have
only
on the
4
thing?
debuffs. Because that would make sense if it was 5.
Yeah, it's 2 and 2.
Okay. What did we get for completing it? Like doing it right?
Keep clearing them out. Do not let the primalists desecrate this
I need
hallowed
to target
space.
something first.
Shut up, Major Dormo. I do not care what you have to say.
Major Dormo.
Major Dormo. I love it.
Dude,
Domo.
Celestra is kind of... She's pretty forward. Like, I don't know if you've read the quest text, but...
I have not.
I
touched
have
the
been
fight
reading
areas
it.
yet.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan
I
of
can't
her.
be bothered to set up my character.
She's all
yet.
like, you know... I hope you get to see the rest of me sometime, and I'm like, oh my god. Like, I mean, maybe, but... Put the fursuit away first? Like,
No,
it
stays on.
oh, we got the big draggy, right?
I do not have a target.
Alright, there we go.
Oh my god! That was a big dragon.
No! Crap.
What happened? How did the big dragon get here?
Okay. This is gonna be the greatest fire breath. Okay, good. Nailed it. Deep breath. That's what I meant. I don't know if it's correct to save my Dragon Rage for the boss here, but whatever.
You are almost to the master of these minions. Hurry onwards, champion.
Big draggy. Let's go.
I didn't even fight the big draggy. I died.
Gold's the highest that the dragon races go to.
What's that?
Is gold the
Huh?
highest the dragon races go to?
Yeah.
Okay. Dragon riding really is everything I wanted it to be.
It's so good, dude.
Yeah.
Look at.
The last pool is safe. She is exposed. Attack that primalist before she can summon reinforcements.
Is Burnout's been good on AoE, so it's about even with Azure Strike on 3. Like, if you just look at the pure damage, one Burnout proc with this build, where you have the Engulfing Blaze buff, is about the same damage as Azure Strike. So there's no real preference on that, in that sense. Yeah, I'll just send Dragon Rage, why not? Frick, I need to change my keybinds or something. I keep doing Tip instead of Dragon Rage, and it's not good. It's not good gameplay. Try and get that covered in a second. Yeah, so it's basically before considering Engulfing Flame or Leaping Flames, before considering Charge Blast, before considering the chance of proccing Essence Burst, right? Before all of that, they do the same damage. So if you really are, like, you want to have to decide between the two, you can definitely think about, like, what do I want in this moment, right? Am I looking to, like, you know, am I looking to get more Charge Blast procs for AoE? Am I looking to, proc more Essence Burst for, like, a single target situation? Am I looking to slam some cleaves? Okay, we got out of the way. Let's go. But I can say you're probably not likely to make the wrong decision in an AoE situation, and on lower targets, you can just always slam Burnout, and, like, it's never a problem, so. Long story short, Burnout's just good. You can just push Burnout.
The elements answer to me.
Back! Help! I'm being trolled.
you get multiple charges of so every instance of damage gives you a stack of Charge Blast. So Eternity Surge full charge gives you 8 stacks. Like if it's on cooldown. Darn. But yeah, every instance of damage takes up the stacks here that I've got on the right. This is my Charge Blast stacks. So you can see it's like when I did Azure Strike, I got more stacks. Oh man, I just saw a post in the chat, which is hilarious because I have a video coming out tomorrow morning that like actually totally does the exact question. Hold on 1 second. Let me read the question and I'll get there. I know video spoilers. I guess we have the boss going down too. Okay, hold on. Let's see what's up. Before you, you just need to kill the big like caster dudes. The little guys you don't need to kill to spawn the boss. I remember now. Let's kill the boss, then we'll talk about that a little bit. But you guys have to promise me something. If I do talk about it, you have to promise to still watch my YouTube video.
I promise.
Okay. Good. Okay, I'm dead, so that's good. That means that there's plenty of time now to talk about it. Why did I take so much dot damage there? That's just brutal. Is that from the breath? Probably from the breath. I wasn't even paying the slightest bit of attention. That sucks. Alright.
Oh, I'm nature locked.
So,
okay.
so Bali, yeah, if you could change one thing about Devastation, I'm definitely trying to focus on stuff that's actually realistic for launch. That's the big thing, right? So, we're at that point where they're not going to make like super big changes to anything, I don't think, right before launch. And even with Evoker, even though it's new, I'm still not expecting any like too big crazy changes. So I'm definitely looking for a little bit of a tweak on defensives in general. That's a big topic right now. Not because I just died. I cleared. Oh, we're back in. We're back in, boys. Let's go.
I've been trying to get that res off for like 6 minutes, and he keeps interrupting my cast.
Actually, fucking hilarious.
I don't know this boss done.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Dark Dog, you ran away from me, bud. He's trying to clear the debuff.
Oh god.
Defensives are a big one. Let's just release and run back. That was close though. No, it's okay, no worries. So the shield on rescue is the thing. Like good players that have like played a lot of different classes, have a lot of experience with the game, and just are good, right? And I want to emphasize that I'm an okay player. I'm not a good player. Okay, like your world first raiders kind of thing won't have an issue using rescue as a personal. They'll do what they have to do. They'll macro it. They'll just pay more attention. They'll figure it out. It's fine. For the average person, aka like me kind of thing, I look at rescue and I'm like, this button is for when I want to take this person here and I want to bring them over there, right? That's what this button's for. What I don't remember is that this is also a 50,000 shield on me, right? So
is it really?
It's huge. It's a huge shield.
Oh my god.
So, and that's the problem. Like, I appreciate that it's there. It's one of our best defensives in the build, but it fucking sucks. So that's one that just in general, obviously, I'd like to see defensives a little bit improved. And then we'll try and figure out the rest. Interrupting Cloudburst sounds like something I want to...
That's what he kept doing when I was trying to res you.
Oh, that sounds brutal.
And I got silenced every time. Just wanted to get my friend up. let me do it.
Okay, we're gonna push coolies here, because that seems like a lot of damage. Oh, I also need... Where is our... Okay, our healer's like far away, so not ideal. I'm gonna save my... Okay, that's what I wanted to save it for. This sucks. I just, God. So what I should have done was rescued the person beside me to get in there. What I wanted to do was try and rescue the person with the other color debuff. And that was a little bit of decision paralysis there. Wasn't great. This boss, like, honestly, with all this fucking fire, though, at the 25 yard is something that gets me for sure.
This must be a nightmare for you.
Oh, you ripped threat? Uh-oh. That's not ideal. Yeah, and then right, so like not what when chat said, never mind all of that, like just having to push all of those inputs just for your one shield defensive is so annoying. So you can macro it and it kind of works, but it's kind of rough. So what else is going on here? So via travel time and all that if you just drop the player, yeah, no, for sure. And then Swede, hey, how's it going, dude? So, I'd like defensives to get tweaked, and there are a couple ways to do that, right? So, you can increase passive defense, you could make these actives a little better, you could do what we said with changing Twin Guardian to, like, something other than Rescue. Keep in mind, like, this is a really cool effect. This is really flavorful, this makes a lot of sense. If we're in a spot here, like, let's say there was in that spot where I died, and I took the guy that was with me, and we, like, we're about to get just trucked, right?
We did it!
And we went somewhere else. Having that shield in that tight spot makes sense. Excellent. I'm so glad we survived. It was totally because of me.
I was sweating so hard.
But yeah, and the other example for rescue, the one that I want to bring up is one where suppose like the dragon is a big like AoE pool kind of thing of like dangerous stuff, and the healer is like stunned in it, right? Well, what I could do is I can go like, oh, hey, crap, the healer is in that thing and is about to get hit. I can fly over there, rescue them, come out, and because we have this shield, we're more likely to actually like survive doing that, right? So it's very flavorful to have that effect on rescue. It's just that it's also the strongest personal in the tree for just taking damage in general, right? So the fact that this is just also the best thing for just general damage and not just like a cool, cute side effect of the spell is what the real problem is for me, right? It's not that it's a problem to me that this thing exists. It's just that it's the problem is that it's the strongest thing here, and it makes me want to use rescue in ways that it's not like meant for, right? So that's the piece here. So they could increase kind of passive mitigation by making stuff like this stronger. They could make Obsidian Scale stronger. They could change this thing. I've heard suggestions to make you take less damage while you're like empowering and when you're like using deep breath and stuff like that, which I think are cool. There are a lot of little things that you could do to help, but I think it needs help. That's a big one. Okay, we're gonna like probably reform after this. That's totally cool. And then the other couple things I suggested were that I'd like to see Pyre do a little bit more damage, and I don't want it to do a lot more damage, but I'm happy with it doing a little bit more damage. And the main thing for that is when we're in here and doing the M+ thing, and we have like our pool of like 4 or 5 guys, and I'm sitting there like calculating in my mind if I really want to push Pyre or not, or if I have enough stacks or that kind of thing. You would think that in a situation like that, you just want to rip your AoE spender, right? It's just pack of enemies, AoE spender. Definitely not the case right now. Disintegrate is way too good up to like 5, even 6 targets when you don't have Charge Blast. Kind of weird. Most players are going to look at that and go, wait, Disintegrate? You want me to push Disintegrate? So I think just for the new player experience especially, probably a good idea to tweak that a little bit. And then the last one is I think the 4-piece tier set bonus is really lacking. So I'm hoping that they actually do something about that one. If anything, though, it's just that it's a little random, especially. Like, the effect is okay if it procs, but if it doesn't proc, it's like kind of feast or famine. So there's a lot of other stuff that I think is warranted too. Like, I definitely want to see, the animation lock on Deep Breath and on Hover kind of sucks. I mentioned that in the post/video. like the fact that empower spells still just make you sit here and do this and you can't move or anything, it gets me killed all the time and makes me sad, and I'm not a fan of it at all. That's the kind of thing that I really don't expect them to change soon. I think they'll change it eventually. I'm just not optimistic that it's going to be like a soon thing. So we'll see on that stuff. But yeah, that's the sort of gist of the video coming out tomorrow morning. But it's also, you know, a forum post that I've already made. So if you have the Devastation Evoker or my compendium open, which if I do a quick link in the chat, it's !guide. That is the light mode version. So be careful if you're about to get flashbanged. You know, squint your eyes and maybe click the dark mode version. But yeah, that's kind of where I stand. There's definitely like, yeah, there's a lot to be said around, you know, the value of hover and being able to use it while casting and like being able to use empower spells during hover and, you know, all this stuff. Like, fine, but I don't actually expect that they're going to change that before launch. I think they're pretty dead set on their like quote unquote vision here. And I think they're going to want to see like at least one tier happen before they make big changes there. So who knows? They might cave on it, but I'm not expecting it for season 1. All right, YouTube, that's going to do it for this one. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video and want to see more in the future. Until next time, have a good one.